Hey guys, thanks for stopping back to my channel. My name is Mindy. If you are new here, welcome. I hope you enjoy, and if you do, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and like button, and let me know what you think in the comments down below. So today we are here in Windenburg. I don't play often in Windenburg. I don't know, everybody really loves Windenburg. I've never really, I don't know, it's not that I don't like it, I just never really play in it. So anyways, I do really love this lot. This is the Cottage AMC lot, and I've seen so many simmers build on it lately, so I was kind of hesitant. As you can probably tell, I built this before Nifty Knitting came out, a couple days before. So when Nifty Knitting came out and everybody started building cottages on this lot, I was like, oh no, I probably should have done the voiceover for this before, because now there's just a whole bunch of like these little houses and little cottages like on this lot, and I'm like, oh man, I hope people still watch this. So but anyways, it's all good. So this is a tiny home. It's a tier 2 tiny home. I was really excited to do this because I was just talking about how I actually never make tiny homes. I don't know, it just drives me insane if I can't fit anything in there, and like I start making it bigger and bigger, and the next thing you know, it's not considered a tiny home anymore. So yeah, I don't know, I just kind of like struggle with that. But anyways, this is a 1-bedroom 1-bathroom home, and I imagine that the sim that lives here, she or he likes to garden and has their dog with them, and yeah, just likes to spend a lot of time outside, maybe fishing, because there is a pond over to the side, and I kind of created like a little tiny pond in the front yard, which, by the way, for some reason I lost the last part of footage to the outside, so you'll see me like create the pond and then you don't see anything else. It just kind of ends, and I do apologize about that. It kind of stinks that you guys don't get to see me like furnish, is that what it's called, like furnish the whole yard. But you will see pictures in the screenshots down below, so yeah, I do apologize about that. This has also been play tested. I have not uploaded it onto the gallery yet, but I will definitely do so after I get this video edited and recorded. So yeah, I had a lot of fun with this. And yeah, I kind of like, now that I'm like looking at it, there's so much that I want to add into this with the Nifty Knitting pack, but I don't know, it wouldn't really go with the aesthetic. So I'm not going to talk too much about the Nifty Knitting pack because I do have some builds coming out regarding that pack. So yeah, I'm just not going to say too much here, but I have been thinking of a storyline for like a day before Nifty Knitting came out, and I was literally like in the shower thinking about this storyline. Like, that's how much I was like, I don't want to say obsessing. Maybe, okay, I was possibly obsessing over this storyline, but I just have a really good storyline for Nifty Knitting and what I'm going to do with it, and it's not your grandma's cottage. So yeah, not that I'm like hating on anybody who does grandma's cottage, because believe me, grandma's cottage is in the works. Like, I just didn't want it to be my first build because that's what everybody's been doing. So I don't know, it might end up coming out to be my first build, because as I was coming up with the storyline for Nifty Knitting, it just got so elaborate, and I ended up creating 4 generations of it. It's just a whole thing, okay? It's a whole thing. Let's get to this build. So yeah, this is a tier 2 tiny home, and I kind of went rustic in like on the outside and a little bit on the inside, and the bedroom though is like super cute and purple. Really, anybody could live here. Like, it's not catered toward, like, I wouldn't even say it's like necessarily catered toward like a gardener or a fisher. Maybe just somebody who just prefers to be alone. I don't know. Like, I don't know. When I was creating this house, I didn't specifically have somebody in mind, which is weird for me because, like I just said, I love creating stories in my head and I get a little carried away with them sometimes. But yeah, for this, I didn't really have like a story or like a person in mind. I just wanted to build a tiny home. I wanted it to look rustic. I wanted it to kind of be in the middle of nowhere. So as I went on, I decided that this person definitely has a dog and likes to fish or likes to garden. But yeah, like I said, I wouldn't necessarily call this like a gardener's home or a fisher's home or something. It's just a tiny home. So yeah, I kind of struggled rearranging the living room and the little like dining area there, because it's small. Like I said, I don't really build small homes that often. So it always like frustrates me when I start putting stuff in and they don't fit and I have to like challenge myself to make it fit, and then I'm like, screw this, I'm not doing it. Like, I'll just make the house bigger. So yeah, I'm really bad at like building tiny homes for that reason because I'm like, I don't have to do this. Like, if I can't get a table to fit in here, I'm just gonna add like 6 more squares. It's fine. Of course, that's, not how you make a tiny home. So I did use some of the Tiny Living Stuff Pack. I love the Tiny Living Stuff Pack. And I've said it so many times. I love the furniture. I like the aesthetic. I love the like textures of the different furniture. So yeah, a lot of the textures of some of the furniture that we've gotten recently have just been so good, especially with the Nifty Knitting Pack. They're so good. So yeah, I'm pretty pleased with that. And I also had fun like filling up this window here, this little windowsill. You can't like push it all the way back because like you can't push the items all the way to the back of the window because they like kind of fall out. I don't know how to explain it, but you can put stuff in those windows. You do kind of have to like turn the build, so you're like looking you're like on the outside looking in when you're putting stuff in. I don't know if that makes sense. You'll see me do it when I add more stuff on the window. You'll see me like turn the build around, and you kind of have to put it inside from the outside. That doesn't make sense. Okay, it's fine. We're just gonna move on. So anyways, I wanted to put this little fireplace in here. I thought it was so cute, and it just, I don't know, I feel like it fits with the Nifty Knitting stuff. And I kind of imagine that this sim is not like, I wouldn't say like she lives off the grid or she's like super like eco-friendly, like obsessive, but I think she kind of has like a mind for it, like she or he has a mind for it and is kind of like aware and doesn't want to like make the environment like super gross and dirty. And so she or he or they, the sim living here, I don't know. I just feel like she likes to add to the environment. She doesn't really want to make it like messy. So, yeah, I don't know. I just thought that this little, I kind of like picture it being like a wood fire stove or something, and she uses it to heat up her house. And I know it's probably not the best for the environment, obviously, but I kind of like the old-fashioned-y feel to it. Like maybe this particular sim has to go chop her wood, or the point is I really liked having that fireplace there. So anyways, moving into the kitchen, here I am just going through the debug menu, pulling out a bunch of clutter, and I do that a lot throughout this house, throughout like every house and build that I've done, because I love clutter. So yeah, and I think the kitchen turned out really, really sweet. It's really cute. I cluttered up this little window, but I didn't put a lot in this window because I was getting a little bit frustrated. I felt like it kind of looked weird if you put too much stuff in this window, so I don't really know how to explain it, but yeah, I leave it kind of plain, and then I add this little basket, and I think this is from like the show hidden objects. It's not from the debug menu, I don't believe, and I just took a little plant and put it in the basket. I thought it was really cute. I put some cards in the window on display. So yeah, as you can see, like I put the cards, like see how I'm facing outward looking in. It's kind of how you have to do it with these windows, otherwise it won't let you scoot the items all the way to the back of the window. I know that probably does not make sense, and you guys are like, what are you talking about? But I hope that it makes sense. I hope that it makes some kind of sense. So anyways, here I am in the kitchen, of course, cluttering it up. I'm really pleased with how the kitchen turned out. I think it's so cute and kind of rustic, and I love the like wood wall, and I love the warm tones in this house. I prefer warm tones overall. And yeah, so I don't know, I just really liked how this turned out. So I just clutter up this shelf, and then I don't think there's really any cabinets in this house. There's just a lot of like shelving, and I imagine this person, obviously she lives in a tiny home, so being clever with her organizational space is probably like really important. And so she either like maybe like a minimalist, doesn't have like super a lot of stuff, or just knows really good places to keep it, or I don't know, like she's just really good with her organization. So she probably uses that windowsill a lot to put a lot of her stuff on. So here I tried to use this. For some reason, none of the islands were shrinking when I tried to, so like if you put an item like this coffee pot on a counter and then you hit the bracket key, you can size down the counter and the counter will basically disappear, which means that you can put the coffee pot wherever you want to. Well, for some reason, I don't know why, none of them were shrinking. Like none of the countertops were shrinking when I would hit the bracket button. I don't know what was going on because it worked just fine today. I even made a tweet about it and people were like, did you do this? Did you do that? I'm like, yeah, like none of them. Like I went through every counter. I cut most of it out, but I went through every counter, every island, and yeah, I couldn't get I just couldn't get it to shrink. So eventually what I ended up doing is I put the microwave on a countertop and then I put a dishwasher in the counter and sized down the dishwasher. So it leaves basically just, as you can see off to the left there, it leaves just basically like the top of the counter, which was a little bit frustrating. I don't know what was going on with that. But the reason I do it is because the microwave clips onto the counters and I wanted to shrink the microwave and I wanted it to move out of the way, but I still wanted it there more for like aesthetic reasons. So yeah, that's why I decided to put it on a countertop and then shrink it. So yeah, I don't know what was going on. Like I said, it's working just fine now. Like all of a sudden, like I can shrink countertops with microwaves and coffee pots and stuff on them now. Literally I went through everyone, so I don't know what's going on. Anyways, here I am just cluttering up the rest of the kitchen. I like to put stuff on these little ledges. I think that's like really realistic. Like people would just like stick stuff there, like, you know, I don't know, pots and pans, or, you know, as you can see, like the spices or something like that. And this is pretty much the kitchen. I add in a smoke alarm, and then I think I put like curtains up here, or maybe I took them off. I can't remember. I just remember that I like struggled a little bit with the curtains and I couldn't decide what I was going to do, but I can't remember. I think I did leave the curtains in there. I don't remember, but I've said it before. I think we need like specific curtains for this window that maybe hide just the top part of the window so you can still see the bottom, because the ones that we have, I just feel like they don't work really well with that window. I don't know. Like, tell me what you guys think. Have you ever thought about that? Because I feel like, I don't know, maybe I'm the only one that has curtain problems in The Sims. So over here, I'm kind of working on the entrance, and I end up adding this little shelf that has like the little owl picture on it. I think it's like an owl or some kind of animal. And yeah, I just end up cluttering that up and adding a few things. I tried to add this little shelf in the kitchen somewhere, but it just wasn't working because I love that little shelf. I think it came with, did it come with Tiny Living? Did it? I think it did. Of course it did. Like, I love all of Tiny Living stuff. I think it came with Tiny Living, but I could be wrong, so don't quote me on that. But anyways, I put some candles over here on this shelf. It's just kind of like an entrance shelf this person hangs up. Yeah, obviously like their purses, and there's I think like a necklace on that shelf. I think it's kind of meant more for kids, but I thought it was like really cute. And even though it's kind of like different, like the rest of the house is like really kind of like rustic, and then there's just like this cute little shelf. I don't know, I thought it was cute. I also put down a pet toy box and I think I put the pet bed in the bedroom. And then I also add a pet bowl as well. So I did not add like a cat box or anything. I don't know if you could get one in there. Maybe you could put one in the bedroom. I don't know how appealing it would be to have a cat box in your bedroom, but you do you. I'm sure you could find space for it if you really wanted to, but I didn't add like a cat tree or anything else in there because I kind of imagine this person have a dog and like maybe they go on hikes and they take their dog with them, or they go fishing and they take their dog with them, and I kind of imagine it's just like one of those things where they're like a loner and it's just like them and their dog, and like they're totally content with that. So that was kind of my thinking. and the whole pet idea. So moving on to the bedroom, I made this bedroom so purple. I don't know what I was thinking, because like I said, I didn't have in mind a specific person. Like, I wasn't thinking like, oh, this is for a girl, or this is for a boy, or this is for somebody who likes to fish, or this is for somebody who likes to write, or, you know, I kind of imagined they're a fisher or a writer, something along those lines. I just didn't have anything specific. So it was kind of crazy that like I did this bedroom that's like totally different than the rest of the house. I don't know why I did that. I don't know that it makes much sense that I did that, but I don't know. I tell you what though, I love this bedroom. I love how it turned out. It just looks so good in the end. It's so cute, and I like how like the purple still looks really good with the wood. I don't know, it kind of ties everything in, even though it's so different than the rest of the house, if that makes sense. So I feel like you could put anybody here. Yeah, I don't know, like you could put like a student in this house. It's a really kind of versatile house. I feel like anybody could live here. And yeah, so anyways, I just clutter up this little shelf. I love this little shelf because it has hooks on it, and I hung up this backpack. I think I actually saw Malin Designs, and I'm so sorry, like Malin, I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing your name wrong, because I never know if it's Malin or Malin, but like I've heard her say her name before, like I've talked to her before. Like I feel so bad not like knowing like how to pronounce her name, but I'm so bad with names. But anyways, yeah, I apologize about that, but if you see this, I'm sorry. But I got the hanging backpack trick from her. Like I saw her hang it on, like, was it either a shelf or like the back of a chair or something? I don't remember what it was, but I saw her do it and I was like, oh my god, that's genius. Like, why have I never thought about that? So yeah, I hang this backpack up on this little shelf, and I think it looks really cute. I also added the fairy lights, and I love like the light purple color with like these fairy lights, and the little pink flower picture and the blue flower picture. This is just such a cute room. I love it. I love it so much. I moved the window over a little bit so I can make the curtains look a little bit better, and add some blinds in here because I would want blinds in my bedroom. And yeah, so yeah, it's a pretty cute room. I don't know, I really like it. I'm pretty pleased with it. I cluttered up a few things on the dresser, I believe, and I'm trying to think what else. It's not like super cluttered, but oh yeah, I do add a shelf over here. And I think that's pretty much it. And then I move on to the bathroom. So yeah, I just clutter up a few things over here as well. I hope you guys like this bedroom, because I said this about the past couple bedrooms that I've done, but like my bedroom game has just like stepped up or something. I don't know, not to toot my own horn, like oh gosh, that's awful to say. I just feel like I've had so much fun making bedrooms, and they've like turned out really good. And I've just been like really happy with them, like using the clutter. And I recently downloaded the tool mod, so I'm really excited to play with that some, because I feel like that's gonna kind of like, I don't know, like give me more options. And yeah, I just want to kind of be more creative with things that I can do with that tool mod. So yeah, anyways, moving on to the bathroom. I really struggled with this bathroom. I actually expanded the bathroom and made the porch smaller. So I was struggling for a minute, because I was like, I can't make the house any bigger because it's literally 64 squares already. If I make it any more bigger, it's going to be a tier 3 home. I didn't want a tier 3 home. I thought if I was going to make a tier 3 home, it would be much bigger than this. So I wanted it to stay a 2-tier home. So I was trying to think like how I can get space without adding any extra squares. So I had to take from the front porch, which does make the front porch and the overall look of this house a little bit different. But I was okay with that because I was able to get a full bathtub in here. And the reason I need a full bathtub is because this person has a dog, and you do need to bathe your dog, because especially if they're like out like hiking and stuff, or like hunting, like they will get dirty or they'll get in fights and stuff. And so yeah, if you have a dog, you just need to be able to bathe it. And so I wanted to be able to get like a full shower tub combo in here. And yeah, I was able to do that. So I've also had a lot of fun lately cluttering up bathrooms. I don't know, like I just feel like something about my style of building has changed, and it's like I don't know. I don't know what it is. I just feel like my building has improved a lot lately, and I don't want to sound like I'm bragging. It's just something that like I'm proud of. Like I've just really kind of like worked hard on my building skills and how like I have like put stuff together to make other things and all that stuff, which by the way, I know this doesn't have anything to do with my building, but my cat just jumped on my air conditioner. My air conditioner's on, so we don't have like AC throughout our whole house, but we have like a portable, like a really big portable air conditioner, and my cat keeps like jumping on it and turning it off. So one, I apologize if you can hear my AC in my microphone. I tested it out and I don't think that you could hear it. If you could, maybe very slightly. But also like my cat just jumped up and turned my AC off, and like it's so hot that I feel like the second the air conditioner's off, it's just like instantly like sweaty. So anyways, I apologize if you guys can hear my AC. I tried to make sure that you couldn't, but yeah, also I wanted to be able to fit a washer and dryer in the bathroom as well, which I was able to do and I was really happy about. But I also put a clothesline and a wash bin outside, so your Sims can wash their clothes outside too, like if they want to be a little bit more environmentally friendly or what have you. And then I stuck this bookcase in here because I realized that I had not put a bookcase throughout this house. Another thing that I did not add in this house was a desk or a computer. So if you want to get a laptop, if your Sim's a writer or whatever the case may be, or if you just want to have a laptop for fun, you're going to have to purchase that. And then I don't know where you could put it. You could probably fit like a desk in the bedroom. Actually, I know you could fit a desk in the bedroom. So yeah, I just kind of imagine that the person here doesn't really use a whole lot of technology and just, I don't know, like maybe they're just not into that sort of thing. So moving outside, I kind of work on this little like faux pond. I use so many plants from the debug menu, and yeah, I don't know, I just think they're so cute and I have so much fun with them, and they have a different look to them. Some of them I don't like. Some of them I don't like the way that they look, but some of them I feel like they look more realistic and less like clay-like, almost like they're like custom content, but also some of them look really flat like the grass, because the debug menu, if you don't know, you can access it by typing in testing cheats true in the cheat box, and then type in bb.show hidden objects, and then bb.show live edit objects, and this will bring up all of the objects that you see in the background. So everything that you cannot interact with, that your Sim cannot interact with, everything like that you see on other houses that are not usable, or other lots that are not usable, or just like plain decoration, like these are all of those objects. And so some of them don't look very like dimensional because it's not meant to be looked at up close, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So yeah, some of them I don't like, but I had a lot of fun using them to clutter up this little pond area. And then I add like this little bridge thingy, and I didn't. I was going to add a bridge and I just didn't feel like it looked right. So I ended up adding this little like dock area, and I kind of just go through the whole debug menu so many times. The one thing that kind of stinks though is like there's like this pond off to the left side of the build. I wish that like, and I know you can do it with the tool mod, but how cool would it be to be able to like connect lots to like those things? Like it would be so cool, because then you could just continue the pond, like, and it wouldn't look weird, because really when you look at it, there's like a pond and then there's like this small area of grass, and then they have this like little pond. Like it just doesn't make sense. So I don't know. Anyways, so this is the part, we're getting close to the part where you guys miss out on me furnishing the outside, which is really a bummer. I don't know what happened to that. I don't know if maybe I just thought I was recording and I wasn't recording, but whatever happened, the video is not there, and I was like really sad because I love how this turned out. I ended up putting a garden off to the right. I also put in this like little sitting area off to the side of the house, and a tree, and there's a fire pit, and of course, like I said, there is the laundry, what's it called? Why am I afraid? The clothesline, and yeah, just like I said, a little garden area, and I just think it turns out so cute. It looks good. You can see it in the thumbnail. Obviously, you'll be able to see it also in the screenshots as well. But yeah, so here I am just taking some terrain paint. I have had a lot of fun with terrain paint, although I've had this really weird glitch today where when I use the eraser, it actually paints dirt. So yeah, that's like really weird, and I restarted my game and it's still doing it. I hit the eraser button and it paints dirt. So yeah, I've been pretty frustrated with like dealing with that today, especially because I'm working on a nifty knitting build and there's kind of like dirt around the house, and so yeah, it's a little bit frustrating. Hopefully like it just fixes, or I don't know, I wonder if somebody else is like dealing with this. I'm gonna have to like look into it. It's just really frustrating me because I like to use terrain paint and I like to make it look realistic, and it requires at least for me like a lot of different like shading and sometimes erasing and all of those other things. So anyways, you guys, we are coming close to the end of this video. I just put down this little path. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I have some fun stories coming for you guys for Nifty Knitting that I'm really excited to share with all of you. So please stay tuned. Like I said, if you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like it, hit the thumbs up button, and subscribe to my channel. Let me know what you think in the comments down below, and if there's anything that you would like to see or any suggestions that you have. I can't talk today. Yeah, please let me know down below. If you are new here, make sure to say hi. So with all of that being said, like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed this build, and I will see you guys later. Bye.
Eyes were soft as stone. Why did you leave me up so? I can't